What's up guys, Chris here with Strength and Steel Reviews, certified personal trainer and unapologetic gear junkie. Now if your home gym looks like a tornado met a yard sale, then this video is for you. Today we're going to review 7 different storage solutions, but really I've got variations on each type, so it's more like 12 or 13. And with each solution, I will offer different sizes, different price points, and different designs. That way you can match each item to your budget, your setup, and of course, your sanity. It's time for order, it's time for cleanliness, and maybe even an opportunity to make your mother proud, or at the very least, your wife. Let's get into it. All right, here's the deal. The best home gyms aren't just built with racks, bars, and plates. They're built with systems. Systems that keep everything in its place so you're not tripping over bands, searching for collars, or stacking plates in the corner like it's a garage sale. And honestly, that's a part of what makes commercial gyms so attractive. They're organized, and because they are organized, you can be efficient. The goal remains the same here. Make your home gym a space where you actually want to train rather than avoid. The good news? Well, you don't need to spend thousands on custom cabinetry or overpriced storage systems. These are simple, affordable upgrades, most from Amazon, that actually work. They may not be glamorous, but I promise you that they will undoubtedly improve your training. And with all of that said, let's get started. Okay, if you followed my channel for a while, you know I've got a thing for magnets. And no, it's not just because I have the attention span of a toddler and maintain a stubborn fascination with that oh so satisfying click sound that they make. Magnets are also one of the easiest ways to take a messy home gym and make it functional and of course, clean. Now, I began with the FYY magnetic hooks. I've spoken of them before. They are small, they're simple, and they're rated for about 11 pounds horizontally. They're perfect for lighter attachments, and yes, even my dogs chuck it. I've got a bunch of these scattered around my gym, and I still use them constantly. That said, they do have limitations. The hooks are short, and while the weight rating is impressive for their size, it's not exactly high in the grand scheme of things. So after a while, I started to realize that I did need something stronger. So that was when I decided to upgrade to these Ray magnetic hooks. These hooks step things up to about 22 pounds horizontally, basically double the strength of my wreath hooks. They are a terrific middle ground, strong enough to handle most, if not all of my attachments. They have longer hooks and obviously a stronger magnet. But my personal favorite would be these magnetic Wellsier carabiner hooks. They hold up to 170 pounds vertically and about 50 pounds when placed horizontally, which is insane for a magnet. And here's the best part. They're the only ones I've seen with a built-in carabiner. I don't know why more companies haven't done this, because to me, it's brilliant. The rotating carabiner design makes them perfect for cable attachments, for backpacks, pretty much anything that you can think of. Bottom line, the FYY wreath hooks are nimble and they're convenient. These Rays are a strong step up overall, and the Wellsiers, to me, are on another level. If I had to pick just one, it would be these Wellsier magnetic carabiner hooks for the win. But here's the thing. Not everything in your gym belongs on a hook. Sometimes you don't want to hang something, you just want to drop it and move along. That's where the second item on our list, magnetic baskets, come to play. I first spotted these on Gluck's channel, and I've been hooked, pun totally intended, ever since. These baskets are technically designed for laundry rooms, but for us resourceful home gym owners who don't take no for an answer, they're instead filled with collars, carabiner straps, all the little odds and ends that normally clutter your floor or your already very busy desk. These are cheap, they're sturdy, and they slap right onto your rack like they were made for it. Honestly, for the price of a couple of protein shakes, you can reclaim your floor space and keep your gym looking clean instead of chaotic. Okay, much to my chagrin, I think we should move away from magnets for just a minute. Now, the next thing that absolutely changed how I store my gear is the heavy-duty hanger by a company called Tough Hook. Now on paper, this is essentially just a coat hanger, but this thing is not any ordinary hanger. It's USA made, built from high-impact resin, and it's rated to hold up to 200 pounds without bending. That's more than most people squat. Now, I use this hanger primarily for my weight vest, which was a nightmare to store before this. It was always draped over something, looking sloppy and embarrassing me in front of my dogs, and the very rare rare and occasional guests. With this hanger, it finally has a permanent home. And honestly, I like it so much that I purchased a second, which I just keep floating around for additional layers and of course, random gear. The design here is clever too. The reversible carry handle means that you can flip it around and literally use it to carry your vest or gear from one spot to another. It's one of those products that doesn't seem exciting when you first look at it, but once you've used one, you immediately want 3 more. And that's where I'm at. Okay, item number 4. Let's talk about phones for a second. Now, if you've ever balanced your phone against a dumbbell mid-set only to watch it slide off in slow motion as you're just about to attempt your PR, you know the struggle. That's why now I use this A2C all-metal magnetic phone holder. That's right, another magnet. Now, I've mentioned this before and I stand by it. This is one of the simplest upgrades that you can make, and an undeniably useful one at that. You can just slap it on your rack, it locks in place, and it doesn't budge. No clamps, no tightening knobs, just a strong magnet and a clean design. This all metal build feels way sturdier than the plastic Amazon ones that I've had in the past. And this magnet, it is very strong. Strong enough to hold my phone steady whenever I'm working hard, filming sets, or just reading through your oh so lovely comments. I use it daily, it's great, I recommend it. Check it out. It is now time to deal with another gym clutter culprit, bars. Because let's be honest, if you've got an Olympic bar, maybe a curl bar, a specialty bar, or 2, it doesn't take long before they're leaning against walls, rolling across the floor, or setting up booby traps for your shins. That's where the Yes for All bar holder comes in. Think of it as a bouncer for your bar collection. It has a compact footprint, it's made of heavy gauge steel, and has absolutely no tolerance for chaos. This little cube takes up just about 12 by 12 inches in your floor, but it can swallow 5 different bars, and it locks them in upright and in place. Suddenly, your bars aren't weapons lying in wait, they're neatly organized and ready to go. At around 80 bucks, it's one of those buys you don't think you need until you have it, then you wonder how you ever lived without it. The build quality is overkill, but in a good way. It's nearly 31 pounds of solid steel, which means it will not tip, it will not wobble, or feel sketchy when you're loading it up. In short, if your home gym floor looks like a sword rack after a medieval battle, this is your cleanup crew. It's simple, it is sturdy, and it makes your gym look instantly more professional without you having to spend rogue fitness level money. All right, it's time to take things vertical. Hooks, baskets, and bar holders are awesome for tidying up the obvious clutter, but sooner or later you're going to run into the where do I put everything else problem. That's when it's time to bring in a true home gym hero, Pegboard. There are a ton of Pegboard options out there, from flimsy plastic panels to cheap knockoffs, but I genuinely think the Pegboard system crafted by Wall Control is one of the best. It's all metal, more than 10 times stronger than that plastic stuff, and once you bolt it into your studs or your drywall, it is basically indestructible. Personally, I've gone all in on these. I've got 6 different sections scattered about my gym. 4 of them are combined near my rep pep and dumbbells, where I keep a ton of my handles and cable attachments. Then I've got 2 more panels behind my rep Athena, where I store my D handles, my calf raise block, and all the other miscellaneous gear that just never seems to have a home. Until now. That's what makes the Wall Control system so good. It adapts to you. You can rearrange hooks, baskets, and shelves as your gym evolves, which is perfect if you're like me and can't resist adding new attachments every few months. It keeps everything off the floor, visible, and of course, easy to grab. And honestly, it just looks sharp. A clean wall of neatly organized gear instantly makes your home gym feel more like a professional setup and less like a DIY storage experiment gone totally wrong. Let's finish with plate storage. I've been using these wall-mounted plate holders and they've been a total game changer. They bolt right into the studs, they keep your plates flat against the wall and completely off the ground. Each post can handle up to about 275 pounds, so you're not giving up any strength compared to a floor rack. They also have this little nylon buffer that keeps the plates from slamming metal on metal and gives you some clearance so you don't mash your fingers when you're racking them. Now, if you want something a little fancier, you can step up to this PRX performance profile plate storage system. This one runs quite a bit pricier, but it comes in 3-peg or 4-peg setups, and it even has an optional weight wing for smaller plates. It mounts on a single stud, only sticks out about 8 inches from the wall, and it's made in the United States with heavy-duty steel. I found the layout pretty unique, definitely overbuilt like a lot of this stuff, but depending on how your wall space is set up, it might be worth the upgrade. Okay, and that's it. We're done. At the end of the day, the best home gym isn't just the one with the nicest rack or the most expensive cable machine. It's the one you actually want to walk into every single day. And a big part of that is whether the space feels organized or efficient. These 7 solutions will hopefully get you a bit closer to that goal. If you have any interesting additions, intrigue me in the comments. Otherwise, stay strong and stay steely, ladies and gentlemen, and I will catch you in the next one. Adios.